All right, Shalom. Okay, we should be live. All right, live. All right, Shalom. Shalom, Shalom. Before I get started, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai Bahasham, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught me this truth, and double salutations to all you Akim out there laboring. The house of David, the elect, that's pushing his word with all truth, righteousness, and sincerity. Shalom to you, brothers, and shalom to the elect. I'm back with another quick lesson through the Holy Spirit, the Rakakwadash. And we've been warning you time in and time out that the straight gate was coming. All right, jumping straight into this article here. This is from the AmericaFirstReport.com. It says JP Morgan CEO warns most dangerous time in decades is here. Okay. And this is the straight gate that's coming upon us, man. Okay. But it seems like nobody's listening, But pursuing the 2 Timothy, the 3rd chapter, it told us in the last days that perilous time shall come. Let me get that word for perilous. So this is the definition of perilous. It says full of or involving peril, dangerous or risky, right? It says full of, attended with, or involving peril, dangerous and hazardous. It says daring, reckless, dangerous, full of peril. All right, times of extreme danger, hazardous times, man. All right, the prophecies speak, and these Edomites have been speaking a lot lately about, the current scenarios that are going to play out. All right, these false flags that everybody's waiting on. Like I said before, everybody's waiting for that big event to take place that's going to change the course of everything. So basically, the time is ticking, man. All right. Once again, JP Morgan CEO warns most dangerous time in decades is here, man. These are the prophecies that's speaking loud and clear, man. All right. And like I said, who's listening? Let me get that. All right. This is Ezekiel chapter 3 and verse 10. It says, moreover, he said unto me, son of man, all my words that I shall speak unto thee, receive in thy heart and hear with thy ears. Right. Salaki, let me jump up. Oh, no, that's what I wanted to read. Salaki, let's read that again. Ezekiel 3 and 10 says, moreover, he said unto me, son of man, all my words that I shall speak unto thee, receive in thy heart and hear with thy ears. Verse 11, it says, and go, get thee to them of the captivity and unto the children of thy people, and speak unto them, and tell them, thus saith the Lord power, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, whether they will hear or whether they will forbear. All right, so whether they hear or whether they forbear, and only the elect are going to take heed to what's being brought out in these videos and these warnings, man. All right, because remember, 2/3 have been blinded from the prophecies, from the understanding. All right, so we're the ones that are getting ourselves in orders, getting ourselves in order. All right, trimming our ways for the coming of Yahweh Shai, man. All right, getting our minds right for that straight gate, the bitter. All right, the time of Jacob's trouble, So this is indeed the most dangerous time, because while we are at the end of this thing, I want to jump down, just read this paragraph real quick. Let's see. Bear with me, I'll get straight to the point here. So it says, bear with me. It was a point I wanted to read here. I didn't want to read all of this. I thought I had it highlighted. So it says, Slovakia. Here we go. So just jumping down here. He said, while warning of clouds of the horizon, while warning of clouds on the horizon of consumer spending, extremely high government debt levels, and the largest peacetime fiscal deficits in U.S. history. Mr. Diamond said he sees a growing risk that inflation stays high and that the Fed will raise interest rates even higher. So as I've been going through these lessons, expect, the price of living to get even harder. All right. Gas, grocery, okay, retail, whatever. Okay. The standard of living is going to get even worse. All right. We're not seeing shit yet. It says he didn't mention the disruptive impact of the war in Ukraine and the recent terror attacks in Israel, warning of far-reaching impacts on energy and food markets, global trade, and geopolitical relationships. And all these things tie into the war, to the supply chain shortages, to the hyperinflation, things getting harder, life in America getting harder to live. All these things tie in. All right. This is why he said that this is the most dangerous time in decades. It's here. All right. We are at the peak of war. Okay. Everything is about to come crashing down and burn. It says this may be the dangerous time. This may be the most dangerous time in the world has seen in decades. He cautioned. All right. So remember, all of these top CEO, these bankers, all right, these people that run these corporations, they already have the heads up of what's about to happen. All right. And the main thing that we're waiting on, because we clearly see that the micro C-HIP is here. All right. We're waiting for the inevitable crash of this money system and this economy. Let me get that real quick in Ezekiel 7. It has to happen. All right. Ezekiel 7:9, it says, they shall cast their silver in the streets, and their gold shall be removed. Their silver and their gold shall not be able to deliver them in the day of the wrath of the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushai. You see that? So the money is going to be cast out. It's going to be worthless, man. All right. Everything is going digital, as you've been seeing. All right. We no longer accept cash. All right. Nothing but credit and debit cards. Smart Apple Pay, Smart Pay, all of this stuff. All right. That transition. So money is becoming obsolete. It says, reading this again, Ezekiel 17:9, Ezekiel 7:19, it says, they shall cast their silver in the streets, and their gold shall be removed. Their silver and their gold shall not be able to deliver them in the day of the wrath of the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushai. They shall not satisfy their souls, neither fill their bowels, because it is a stumbling block of their iniquity. And that's why we say, woe unto you Jakes out here that trust in the system. All right, that trust in this money. All right, the scriptures say the riches grow themselves wings and fly away. Let me get that real quick. This is Proverbs 23:5. It says, without set thy eyes upon that which is not, for riches certainly make themselves wings. For riches certainly make themselves wings. They fly away as an eagle towards heaven. And this money is about to be gone, man. All right. Like I say all the time, you got to be able to read between the lines, man. All right. It's definitely about to go down, man. And that's why I wanted to make a few examples in this lesson of part of those dangerous times that we are living in, man. What we're about to go through. These things are about to affect the world, man. So you gotta bite down, man. You gotta prepare your mind, body, and spirit for what's about to happen. Okay. Bible prophecy is speaking. Okay. Ecclesiastes 12:1, it says, remember now thy creator in the days of thy youth. All right. Right now. Right. Repent, Jake. Turn back to your power. Remember now thy creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not. Right. You're still able to travel. You're still able to go outside. You're still able to go to the grocery store, go to the banks. Right. You're still able to do your day-to-day living, but those things are going to change, man. So remember Yahweh Shem Yahushai, thy creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not. All right. Remember, we're in the most dangerous time in decades. All right. It's here. While the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them. So this is the time that you get right, Jake. Okay. It's about to get terrible out here, man. Even even us, we can't really describe it in words of what the Lord is really about to bring upon America, man. You see what I'm saying? You know, you got to be able to prepare yourself, all right? So I want to get into some more examples of that real quick, just to make this lesson brief here. Excuse me. Let's get into that a little bit, because right now America is vulnerable. Okay, it's waiting to be pretty much taken down under. All right, let's make this point here.
Here to discuss is Victor Vila, retired supervisory special agent with U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement and Republican candidate for Texas's 23rd Congressional District. Victor, thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you for having me.
So I guess so much for never forget, right? We're literally being invaded by Islamic terrorists. And didn't it only take 19 hijackers to pull off 9/11? Hamas, Al-Qaeda, Hezbollah, they all share the same ideology and goal. Victor, shouldn't we be concerned about the overwhelming number of Middle Eastern military-aged men making their way through America's wide open border?
It's
absolutely.
It's all types of niggas coming through the borders. It's everybody's coming through. All right, from all nations. You see,
open border.
Absolutely. This is a national security crisis. And I'll tell you firsthand from my experience when I worked in Mexico and I was assigned to the U.S. Embassy there, I conducted human smuggling cases and counter narcotics investigations dealing with exactly these SIAs that you talk of, these special interest aliens coming from Bangladesh, Somalia, Yemen, Syria, and other countries that are subject to possibly sending their terrorists through Mexico. This is years ago, by the way, and it's been happening. They have been in Mexico, and they're using Mexico as a gateway to enter our country. It doesn't help that the border is wide open, and you see millions of people coming in. And like you mentioned, the gotaways especially, that we have no idea who they are, where they came in through. Are they in the United States? Absolutely. And we should not, as the United States of America and the government, wait for an attack to happen to react. We need to be proactive and start waking up to secure this border and to protect our American citizens.
Yeah.
You see? So these terrorists are all over America right now, in every major city. All right, set up to bring forth that major false flag. This is why we're about to see shit that's been unheard of, man. All right, and just going back to the highlight of this from this article, the most dangerous time in decades is here. All right, this place is vulnerable. It's been invaded, as we went into previous lessons. All right, and this is how you know that something is going to happen. Okay, America is vulnerable. Ezekiel 38:11, it says, "And thou shalt say, I will go up to the land of unwalled villages." That's America, man. This place is unwalled, no protection. Okay, people just come right through the borders. Okay, and that's what the whole what was it called? The agenda. What was the name of it? Title 42? I think that's what it was called. Title 42, right? When they allowed all of those so-called, immigrants to enter into the land. All right, but see, here's the thing. This is why, as the Edomite was breaking down, well, really that was a Jake, but he was breaking down the fact that they had all these terrorists coming through Mexico. All right, so they're already here, and pretty much that was really, when you go back to a few years ago when they had the exercises, Jade Helm, and things of that nature. They had the soldiers training on how to maneuver through the cities, things like that. So these troops are already here, man. Okay, expect the big thing to happen. Ezekiel 38:11 again, it says, "And thou shalt say, I will go up to the land of unwalled villages, and I will go to them that are at rest and that dwell safely." And that's these people in Babylon, man. All right, these people, they're in their comfort, they're at rest. It says all of them dwelling without walls, right? And this is why, when Trump was in office, he was trying to put up those border walls, man. All right, because this has been talks amongst these Edomites for a while now that they need to protect America, but it's too late. Okay, it says all of them dwelling without walls and having neither bars nor gates, no type of protection, completely vulnerable to be taken, man. And this is why he said there's no need to wait for an actual false flag event to take place to start being proactive, but it's too late. All right. Everything is been set in place, and this is all being done purposely. Okay, to bring the chaos and disorder throughout the land of America. Right. It says to take a spoil, and to take a prey, to turn thy hand upon the desolate places that are now inhabited. All right. So you're going to see major bombings. You're going to see all types of false flag events take place. All right. It says, and upon the people that are gathered out of the nations, which have gotten cattle and goods that dwell in the midst of the land. Let me add some more. All right. It's Isaiah 47. Let me jump down a little bit. So this is Isaiah 47 and 7. And it reads, it says, and thou saidest, I shall be a lady forever, so that thou didst not lay these things to thy heart, neither didst remember the latter end of it. And see, America didn't consider the judgment that Yahweh Shem Shai has a sanction upon this place, right? People really didn't believe that this place was going to really see a war, that this place was going to be invaded. People actually walk around in that security, that false sense of security and comfort, that this place is just going to be protected forever, that nothing could happen, right? Neither didst remember the latter end of it. Verse 8, it says, therefore hear now this, thou that are given to pleasures, that dwellest carelessly, right? These people in America, they dwell carelessly, right? That pride, nothing can happen. America has the greatest military in the world, and this couldn't happen here. We're not like the rest of these countries. You know how these people talk. We got the best weaponry in the world. Let these nations come against us, all that shit. It says that dwellest carelessly, thou sayest in thy heart, I am, and none else beside me. Yeah. At one point in time, America was the dominant superpower, so to speak, right? But all of those things have changed now. All right. America is being dethroned from power. It says, I shall not sit as a widow, neither shall I know the loss of children. Right. So that's the pride. And see, and all of that pride of America is going to be brought down, is going to be rewarded. As the scriptures say, the Lord, the lofty city, he layeth it low. Let me get that too. Isaiah 26 and 5. This is Isaiah 26 and 5. It says, for he bringeth down them that dwell on high. The lofty city, he layeth it low. Yeah, this was going to happen to Babylon, America. All right. Yahweh Shem Shai is about to lay this bitch low. He layeth it low even to the ground. See? And that's a position of being dethroned out of power. Even to the ground, he bringeth it even to the dust. See what I'm saying? So, man, just keep your eyes open, man. A lot of things are about to happen. Revelation 18 and 7, it says, how much she have glorified herself and lived deliciously, right? So much torment and sorrow give her, for she saith in her heart, I sit a queen and am no widow and shall see no sorrow. And we know that this is dealing with that nuclear destruction, all right, when the Lord rewards this place with ICBMs. But at the same time, as I'm speaking about the vulnerability, all right, the foreign troops are already in the land. They're already being positioned. This is why there was another video from TikTok. I wish I had it pulled up. But you got all of these, you had all these jakes that came from South America, Central America, and there's nothing but men of war age, all right? And these are all part of these foreign troops that they're going to activate and start doing shit in the midst of America. Okay, so shit is about to get real bad, pretty much. All right, so let's go back and play a little bit of this, man. You see, all we can do is warn you, Jake. All right, terrorists exploit Biden border crisis, right?
Absolutely should. That should be priority number one, but clearly it seems to be last on the list for the current administration here. You mentioned special interest aliens. What exactly does that mean? From my take, that means terrorists with a special interest in taking over America. Would you say that's accurate?
That's absolutely right. They come with a very different agenda, that's for sure. These are not the migrant illegal aliens that we're talking about. These are illegal aliens that come from special interest countries, that terrorist sponsor countries that have infiltrated our country through Mexico. And I don't want people to think that it is a conspiracy. This is This is the truth. This is a fact. I've dealt with them. I've interviewed them myself. And it's very difficult to identify them because they usually come with different identities at the southern border of Mexico once they're in Mexico, and then a different identity once they hit our northern border and the southern border of Mexico. It is very complex. And I want to mention, I was in Israel just a couple of months ago, and I stood there by the Gaza Strip and was briefed by the IDF about this particularly attack happening in their country. And if it could happen in Israel, who has a very secure border, it could easily happen in our country where it's wide open.
This is what we see. Straight, the prophecies jumping straight out of the scriptures, man. All right. The Lord is visiting the land of unwalled villages where there's neither bars nor gates. All right. You have sleeper cells that have entered into the country and they're waiting to be activated. All right. This shit is going to get terrible, man. All right. And these elites, they've been preparing for this for years, man. This is where we at. All right. And this is why, as I say, if you read between the lines in the spirit, when they had this whole ordeal on Friday the 13th, where they was talking about a national jihad, all of these Muslims, prepared to make war, to bring forth some type of attack, right? This is just the kind of like the prelude. They're giving you the foreshadowing of what's about to happen. You see what I'm saying? Man, getting hot.
Absolutely. That is so concerning and should really, be at top of mind for everyone. But it doesn't seem that many people are connecting those dots here. So that's why it's so important to keep talking about it.
Exactly. Nobody's connecting the dots. That's why it's so important to keep talking about this. All right? We're going to keep warning you. The Lord said, give them warning from me, man. We're obsessed with these prophecies as we went into. All right? We can't stop talking about this, man. Okay, because this has got to happen. This has to happen. Okay, when these events pop off, it's going to change the course of everything, man. All right, and through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Shai, let me get that real quick. Matthew 24, 21. All right, Matthew 24 and 21, it says, for then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be. All right. The most dangerous time in decades is here. All right. This tribulation that the Lord is about to bring is going to be next level, man. Something that the world has never seen. All right. And we're living in that time. Okay. We're actually living to see these prophecies play out, man. Verse 22, it says, and except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved, but for the elect's sake, those days should be shortened. Exactly, man. So it's all happening, and as these things pop off, the prophecies are gonna be amplified even faster.
Victor, why do you think America has forgotten the war, the terror, and the threat of Islamic Jihad? I mean, won't it be hard to fight Islamic terror going forward now that we have communities, for example, in Dearbornistan, Michigan, who have been celebrating the Hamas attacks?
This is the shift that I've been talking about for a while, and the ideology within our country shifting to, like you mentioned.
Ooh, see? How much sleeper cells are in the U.S.? I didn't even know that was on there. I was just going in the spirit with it. But that's the spirit. The sleeper cells are waiting to be activated, man. Okay, it's a wrap for this place. All right, so don't be surprised when you hear something major go down. Okay, you were warned.
Before, going after conservative American Christians versus the true jihadists and threat to our United States, and even the ones that are in the country celebrating. How about we start looking at them? Why are they sympathizers to Hamas and Hezbollah? This is what we should be focusing on, and this is the difference that we need to make. Another point that I'll make about them forgetting about 9/11 is allowing illegal aliens to get onto commercial airlines without any identification. And I've questioned TSA before and told them, have you forgotten 9/11, that they came on airplanes, hijacked and killed Americans? And so it is a complacency, but it is, I think, unfortunately, deliberate from within. This administration obviously does not care on the protection of their American citizens. They want to continue to send billions of dollars to other countries, but not our own, and invest in our protection.
Yeah, I think that is abundantly clear. It's America last yet again.
For all our viewers asking where.
Yeah, so see, it's a wrap. All right, let's get into a little bit more here. We're just adding on to the point of what's being said from this this headline here. The most dangerous time in decades is here. All right, and that's an example of what you just saw. All right, of these sleeper cells that have entered into the land through Mexico that are waiting to be activated and bring chaos. All right, let's make a little bit more. All right, this one here is another attack on our food supply. I just want to play a little bit of this. Right, it's about 13 minutes. I'm not going to play the whole thing, but let's just hear a little bit. Because like the scriptures say, sorrows shall come upon the world on every side. All right.
We are indeed seeing water issues out there, especially with distilled water. So if you need to stock up on bottled water, that kind of thing, you might want to be jumping on that. Keep let me know what you guys are seeing out there with that. We have a trucking insider who's going to be giving us the lowdown on what the stockpiles at warehouses are kind of at and how much inventory stores tend to carry on this kind of thing. We also have a potential big issue with producers' pride rabbit feed. Someone lost a whole bunch of rabbits and they think it's the feed. So we want to see if any of you else are seeing that with producers' pride rabbit feed. We'll jump right into the report. Welcome to the Poplar Report. I'm Steve Poplar. You guys send in your reports of what you're seeing, experiencing out there, and we try to keep that information flowing back to you guys as best as we can. So we appreciate your updates. Keep using the word update in a comment to let us know what you're seeing on your store shelves, what you're hearing at your workplaces, what you may know that might be of use to other people, and give us some sort of geographical location.
Right, and the prophets of Yahweh Shem Yahushua are the ones that are giving you the true updates. Right, let me get this scripture here. This is Ezekiel 14 in verse 12. It says, the city will not be spared. And this is really dealing with Jerusalem, Israel. All right, Israel is a people before it's a place. Right, but you can apply this to Babylon as well. All right, it says the city will not be spared. It says the word of the Lord, Ezekiel 14 and 12, the word of the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushua came again to me saying, verse 13, son of man, when the land sinneth against me by trespassing grievously, right? And look at the sins and transgressions that are pushed here in Babylon the Great. All right, this anti-Messiah spirit, the energy, the vibration, the satanic vibration that these people are under. All right, the moral degeneracy that's being exalted, all of this, right? So we see that America, Babylon is completely against the Lord. So it says, son of man, when the land sinneth against me by trespassing grievously, then will I stretch out my hand upon it and will break the staff of bread thereof and will send famine upon it and will cut off man and beast from it. All right. So the Lord is what's going on is he's broken the staff of bread, meaning he's bringing forth a famine and he's using the elites to do so. All right. People are about to perish of famine, starvation, man. He said, I will cut off man and beast from it, right? This is the beginning of sorrows, like Yahushua told us.
In that comment on any one of the videos on this channel. We want to thank our sponsor, Genesis Gold Group. They do a fantastic job of getting people out of stocks and bonds in their retirement portfolios into something real, gold, silver coins. When you take a distribution out of your retirement fund with them, you actually get your coins. You don't get dollars. They don't tell you this is how much it's worth now. They actually give you the coins that you purchased. There'll be a link at the end of the video for you to get more information from that. All right, this is from Observationalist Dave in Maryland. Wife went to 3 stores for gallons of distilled water, 3 stores, and no one had them. They did have bottled water, but no distilled water. That's in Maryland. So anyone else seeing big water issues out there? I saw some of those water issues here in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. So if you need distilled water, especially for CPAP machines or whatever else, make sure you stay stocked up on that. Northeast Ohio on the lake, up on the Erie Lake. No Aldi soups, few sleeves of Campbell soups, and very little pasta. This is from M. I needed some more pint canning jars. Went to Walmart and Winco 3 weeks ago. They were $11.97 for a dozen pint jars, right? Yesterday, they were $16. Ouch. Prices are going up for sure, folks. We're starting to see those manufactured goods really start popping in price. They've been holding those prices pretty steady for a while, but especially on canning jars. And also, I'm seeing that across the board on a lot of just those trinkets, a lot of the manufactured goods, like pots and pans and bedding and sheets and towels. All those things seem to be going up a lot in price recently. If you're seeing that too, let us know about that. Graylin says, Western North Carolina. I retired the first of the year after 40 years of being a truck driver. The last 20 years were with a company that delivers groceries to stores. And of course, truck drivers are going into those warehouses. They're not supposed to usually have to load their trucks, but you know how it is. You know how it is. So, the truck drivers know what's going on. Most stores only have 2 to 3 days supply of stock. Our products were in the warehouse less than 24 hours. The stock came into the warehouse, they turned it around and take it out to the stores within 24 hours. Those warehouses aren't warehousing anything. All they're doing is they're just distributing. They're distribution centers now. They bring it in giant pallets. They break it up into smaller pallets and, create pallets out of multiple items, and then they ship them out to stores.
In and out. All right. Let me get that too. Okay, because these stores only have what, like you said, about 3 days worth of food and retail, and it's out of there, man. All right. This is 2 Ezra 6:22. It says, and suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown, the full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty, man. All right. So they don't have stock. Okay. Remember, a lot of America's supply, they're working off of last year's supply, man. You see what I'm saying? Things are coming in and going out, man. Things are running out fast. All right. And this is all over the United States. You see what I'm saying? So people forgot about the supply chain shortages. This thing is still going on, man. This is why everything is getting even more expensive, because they're running low on stock. All right. They're not replenishing things. You see? Let me read some more. This is 2 Ezra 6:23. Says, and the trumpet shall give a sound, and that trumpet could be applied to the prophets. We're giving you the sound. We're giving you the warning. All right. And the trumpet shall give a sound, which when every man hear, if they should be suddenly afraid. Yeah, you should be in fear. All right. These people are getting ready to learn the fear of Yahweh by Shemal Shai, man. See, things are sweet right now because you still have your comfort. But as I said, man, the Lord is getting ready to take all the comfort and security away. All right. It says, and at that time shall friends fight one against another like enemies. And why is that going to happen? Because there's going to be a lack of resources, man. Okay. People that you may know, people that you thought was cool with, when shit hit the fan and it's, your family versus their family being fed, what the fuck you think is going to happen? All right. That's all going to go out the window. You're going to see the true nature in people in this society when resources are completely cut off. It says, and the earth shall stand in fear with those that dwell therein. The springs of the fountain shall stand still, and in 3 hours they shall not run. And whosoever remaineth from all these that I have told thee shall escape, right? All these things that are getting ready to happen, and see my salvation in the end of your world. All right. We are at the end of this thing, man. Once again, most dangerous time in decades is here.
That's how it goes. They get one truck in from a producer, and it goes out on 15 different trucks out to different stores. The warehouse will try to give the customers the same amount, usually 70 to 80% of their order. However, during the cough, it fell to 40 to 40%. Just a little FYI from someone that was in the business as of the beginning of this year, right? And we've been hearing that. How many grocery stores, how many grocery managers have been telling us, I put in an order for this and I get this much out. And it's gotten a little bit better this year, it seems like, but they still can't stock the stores. They can't stock the shelves. You know it, and I know it. If you go there in the morning, first thing, fully stocked store shelves, and you see how many of those shelves are fronted because they didn't have enough stock to stock the shelf. This is from Stephen.
Whew.
Southeast Michigan, Detroit burbs. We've been noticing some shortages of bottled water at Walmarts, and they have made the stocking area smaller. I noticed a trend in a lot of stores lately that the truck has not shown up yet. They're hearing that, and we're hearing that a lot too, aren't we? I hear that at Walmart lately, and at Vince's and Joe's Italian Market, their 40th year anniversary celebration yesterday. I was looking for some, I don't even know how to pronounce that, some kind of bread, and the place was busting like it was Thanksgiving, but none of this bread. And the lady said, yes, the bread truck did not show up yet. I was like, what? Yeah, the 40th anniversary of their store, and they're having a big celebration, and yet their bread truck didn't show up that day. That's just...
Hey, we just read the scriptures, man. The Lord said he was going to break the staff of bread. You see, stores don't got the stock to restock the items that sell. All right, and I saw it firsthand. You know, certain stores are shrinking down the stores. Right, they're putting more items and things close together to make it seem like they got a full stock. But when you go in, when I was in the store, they only had one stock of everything, man. You know, so this is happening, man. Okay, let's play a little bit more.
How do you deal with that, right? Michael in Southeast Michigan, no ranch dressing at all. Sign up that said the Clorox products are having problems and we're trying to find alternative suppliers. Glad I bought extra when you, told us there were going to be shortages. We try to do that, folks. We try to keep you up on the cutting edge. Actually, we try to keep you ahead of the cutting edge, right? And sometimes we're too far ahead, but you're like, there's no shortage. And then like a month or two goes by and then you're like, why is there a shortage of this? And we're like, I told you about that 2 months ago.
Yeah, we telling y'all, man. Right? Like I said, I didn't want to play the whole thing. It's like 13 minutes. It'll be about another 6 minutes. But let me get this scripture here. I'm looking for bear with me. All right. This place is about to get touched in the worst way, man. All right. Let me get this in Jeremiah. It's in Jeremiah. Bear with me. This is Jeremiah 29, right? Jeremiah 32. All right. This is, no, that's not what I wanted. There's another one I was looking for, dealing with the famine. Right. But real quick, before I find it, let me get that in Jeremiah 28:8. All right. This is what the prophets have been warning you of. Jeremiah 28:8. It says, the prophets that have been before me and before thee of old, both prophesied, Salaki of old, prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms of war and of evil and of pestilence, man. All right. And part of that pestilence is the famine that's coming, man. All right. Everybody's not going to be able to eat. Everybody's not going to be able to feed their families and children, man. All right. It's going to be an extremely terrible time, man. In pursuing the 2nd Ezra 15. Let me get that too while we here. All right. Just another in the news update for all those that are tuning in. It's the 2nd Ezra 15. All right. And 19, straight to the point. It says, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread. See? When people are hungry, they'll do anything. All right? That's why you're going to see friends turning on friends, family turning on other family members. All right. It's going to be chaos and purge-like activities in the streets of America, man. Why? Because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. Okay. The prophecies speak. All right. Let's play a little bit more and I'll try to find that scripture and we'll wrap it up.
Trying to give you enough lead time so that you can actually stock up on stuff, right? That's why we're staying right here. We're not panicking. We're preparing and we're keeping our eyes on what's going on out there.
Oh, but people going to panic. A lot of people are going to panic, man. But those that have the truth, all right, that took heed to this thing, Isaiah 33:6, and it reads, it says, "And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times." Right, this truth, this knowledge and understanding is what's going to keep you stable in these times of affliction, of tribulation, and strength of salvation. And strength of salvation, the fear of the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shai, is his treasure. Right. So this is what this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding is what's going to keep you from bugging out like the rest of the world. Because if we are those men, all right, if we are part of the elect, right, you believers out there included, man, the Lord told us not to worry. Why? Because we're going to eat. All right. It's Isaiah 65 and verse 13, and it reads, matter of fact, let me read up. All right. It says, is Isaiah 65:12. Therefore will I number you to the sword, and ye shall all bow down to the slaughter, because when I called, you did not answer, and when I spake, you did not hear, but did evil before my eyes, and did not choose that wherein I delighted not. And that's 2/3, man, because they refused to take heed. They refused to repent. All right, before the evil days came, they refused to put themselves in order before the Lord. So a lot of our people are going to suffer. Right. But the point I'm making here, Isaiah 65:13, therefore thus saith the Lord power, Yahweh Shema Shai, behold, my servants shall eat. Behold, but he says, my servants shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. All right. See, you niggas out there that scoffed at the scriptures, that scoffed at the prophecies, that said that the Lord didn't exist, all that shit that Jake be talking about. All right. You gonna be hungry. Okay. You gonna starve to death. The Lord said, my servants shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. Behold, my servants shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. All right. Somebody gonna eat and have drink in that time. All right. That's why I said, hey, it's not for us to worry, man. Okay. We've taken heed. All right. We're praying to Yahweh Shema Shai to be covered in this time. All right. 2/3 of Jake don't have a chance. But ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servants shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed. Exactly, man. Imagine a time of great famine and death. And here it is, we're rejoicing. All right. We're having a jolly time. We're having food. We're having raiment. We have a roof over our head. The Lord's going to sustain us. Right? Whoever ever called upon the Lord and the Lord has forsaken him. And that's the type of faith that we're going to have to go in, have as we go into this, when we go into this straight gate, man. Okay, that's the faith that we got to have, right? Verse 14, Isaiah 65:14. Behold, my servant shall sing for joy of heart, but you shall cry for sorrow of heart, and shall howl for vexation of spirit, man. 2/3 of you so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans, and Spanish are going to be through out here, man. Right? Because you trusted not in the Lord, your power, Yahweh Shema Shai. You thought this was a joke. You thought this was fear mongering. You thought this was a goddamn conspiracy theory. All right. A lot of you Jays gonna learn, man. All right. That's why we said, hey, repent or perish. Okay. Seek the Lord so that you may live, man. All right.
Sherry says Palm Beach County, Florida. BJ's, the store, right? Limiting 1 box of cat litter per customer due to low supply. That was for all brands. Once again, that's the Clorox shortage out there. They told us that they had gotten most of their facilities, most of their factories back up and running, and yet we're still seeing these shortages on all these Clorox brands out there. And we've seen some of these things impacting other things like salad dressing, like overall. People are just going like, okay, there's no Hidden Valley Ranch, so they're grabbing another ranch. They're like, okay, fine, I'll get the generic. And then we go to the store and they're just like, no ranch dressing. And people are like, well, fine, I'll get some Caesar dressing or whatever. And it's just impacting stocks across the board.
There you go. All right, we'll wrap it up. Let me get the scripture here. All right, you sincere listeners out there, you get the point. All right. Jeremiah 15:2. Jeremiah 15:1. Judgment must come. Jeremiah 15:1, it says, thus then said the Lord, Yahweh Shemel Shai unto me, though Moses and Samuel stood before thee, yet my mind could not be toward this people. Cast them out of my sight and let them go forth. Verse 2, and it shall come to pass, if they say unto thee, whither shall we go forth? Then shalt thou tell them, thus saith the Lord, Yahweh Shemel Shai, such are for death to death, and such as are for the sword to the sword, and such are for the famine to the famine. All right, so the Lord has various types of judgments reserved for 2/3. Some are going to be reserved to death unto death. Some are going to be reserved unto the sword. And that sword comes in many different factions, man. All right. And such are for famine to famine. And such are for the captivity to captivity. Yeah, getting snatched up, being taken. Right? Verse 3, and I will appoint over them 4 kinds, saith the Lord Yahweh Shemel Shai, the sword to slay, and the dogs to tear, and the fowls of the heaven, and the beasts of the earth, to devour and to destroy. So these are the various judgments that the Lord has lined up for 2/3 of you so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans, and Hispanics, man. All right, so hey, a time like no other is coming upon the earth. The most dangerous time in decades is here. Bible prophecy speaks, man. All right, you've been warned. All right, the sleeper cells that have come through the borders of Mexico from all these various countries all around the world that are going to be activated to bring total destruction. All right, within the streets of America, man. So hey, just be ready. Pray this lesson was edifying. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahasham. Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakakwadash, and Shalom to the next one. Shalom.